Yeah, so like during Pride, I always went to Atlanta for my birthday. Pride, a deep
Wait a
love.
minute, when is your birthday?
August 29th. And it's always been around Atlanta Pride. And I was always there.
It's like a big party just for you.
Just for me. Oh my God.
Full of gays.
Full of gays. Oh my God. The hottest, wildest gays.
Of course, in Atlanta, that's true.
Yes, honey, I went through so much lube.
Not the baby oil.
Well, you know me during my time. I don't know. It was clearly when I got out of prison, so it was all Vaseline.
Okay. Oh
Before
my
that
God.
was puffy.
That is
Before
hilarious.
that was puppy, there was Nunu and Vaseline. Leave me alone.
I'm so done.
The Vaseline brothers.
Oh my. You so yeah, let us have a conversation about pride, like
A
pride,
deeper love.
what does that mean to us, or yeah, let's chat.
What
with
does
people
what mean
about
to
pride.
us?
Pride.
A deeper love.
Whoa. Okay.
whoa.
It's chaotic in here.
Okay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the A Podcast.
Hey, y'all.
I am one of your three fabulous hosts, J.R. Knight. And to my left, I have...
Yeah, Dawn.
And to the right...
Noonday, baby.
All right.
I just never know.
Ever.
Like what's going to come out of this young man's mouth, okay? And yes, and today we want to have a conversation to you all about Pride. So it is the month of June. Whoa. You got to stop. I'm going to come in every time. Okay. And so, yes, it is the month of June. It is officially Pride Month. We are excited about it. And I thought it'd be a great idea to have a conversation about Pride.
Yes.
Like, what does that mean to us? So I want to prelude this with... Pride, okay, see, it's in my head. Whoa. It's in my head. I can't. So I want to prelude this with I think it was last week or week before? I think it was last week that we did the flag raising here in Dallas. So for those who are new to the show, one, shame on you, okay,
Right.
because this is like episode 100. No, just kidding.
Season 2.
Okay, it was definitely season 2, episode something another. So it should not be your first time seeing us, but if it is, welcome. Thank
to the
you
A
for joining us.
Podcast.
Oh my God, we've been waiting for you, and so now we can get started. Okay, so but yeah, I think it was last week we had the flag raising, and myself and one of a few of my colleagues, to include our CEO, CFO, went to the flag raising. And so for those who are new to the podcast, you may not know that I'm not from Dallas, Texas. I recently moved here a few months ago. That's how some people are doing on that side. And so I recently moved here a few months back. And so we celebrated Pride in Alabama in our Alabamian way. I would say it was festive. I don't know because I've not participated in any prides, honestly and truly. Like like not pride festivities, but I've gone to a pride parade, our pride parade that we have in Alabama. So I've done that. But like they have like all these other things that they do. I've just not done those things.
Really?
Oh, I've done a pageant. I've gone to the pride pageant. Yeah,
yes.
I've done that. But this flag raising, that was new for me. Now, I'm not saying that we didn't raise the flag in Alabama. Maybe we did, in Birmingham specifically. Maybe we did. I don't know. I don't think we did. But I could be wrong, okay? But what I do know is that we rose a flag here.
Right.
And it was such a special moment because it wasn't just the pride flag, y'all. Have y'all seen the flag? The flag also has, hopefully I'm not wrong here, is it the city of Dallas seal or is it the state of Texas seal?
Was the flag blue?
It's the city of Dallas seal, I think.
Hey, let me.
I think it's the city of Dallas. And I have a picture. I'm going to ask if we can get a picture of the flag to come up right here. How do they do it, y'all? Here. There. Yeah, there. The flag is right there.
Yes.
But yeah, it had a seal. I think it was the city of Dallas seal. in the flag.
City of Dallas, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
And I was gagged.
Yes.
So gagged to see that. And it made me feel seen. It made me, there were city and state officials there. I believe state officials is state officials there, city officials, the City of Dallas Police Department were there, and they have like an LGBTQ
coalition.
Yes.
They work with us.
Yes, the Dallas really. I didn't know that. The Dallas Mavericks were there.
Yes.
A lot of our community organizations were also there. And I mean, it was just fantastic. But I see, Yaya, you got this look on your face. She's like, so we're recording you all, and we should be the only people in the building. Let me just go ahead and put it on camera, okay? And we just heard the door open, and we try to like signal for the people on the other side of the camera, like, go see what's going on, okay? Because we got our pride, and you know, sometimes you can't. People won't let you be happy,
right?
You know, sometimes people want to interfere and block our joy.
Right, they do.
And that's why Pride Month and Pride Celebration is so important.
It is.
It's so very important. So, question.
Okay.
Why is Pride important to you?
Pride is important to me because I've always been proud. I had to fight.
Oh, my.
No, it's just that I just always been that kind of person. Bold, black, and gay. Like I said in the episode before, I hung with some gay black queens that was just so proud and bold. And they was bold and proud. And they were, I wish I could.
Just in case he wasn't clear.
Right.
They were. I'm like, man. And then they instilled that in me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like just to be proud, to be out. They had pride every day. They was just that bold. And that's why I live for pride. I do. I'm at all the parades. I'm wearing pride t-shirts, shoving it down my mother's throat.
Bagging.
Mama, are these pork chops?
Yes. Okay.
Are they pride chops? I need to know. Are they pride chops? But yes, I love pride. But this is my question, though. So, okay, this is officially, I mean, Pride Month. But you know, like we've always celebrated gay black pride opposite from this month. Well, you know, I think I'm right about that. If somebody can help me with that.
No, because I think in September.
October or September, right? The fair time is gay black pride for us. That's when we celebrate our pride.
Really? Mm-hmm.
Yes, gay black is during our fair time. So, and then like when I grew up, like I said before, I was going to Atlanta for their pride. Until we got the official pride, you know. So I definitely still celebrate gay black pride.
Oh, I don't know if it really makes a difference to me whether it's black pride or just.
See, that's what I was talking
pride,
about.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm kind of like, I'll do both.
Yeah.
I'm a both kind of guy. I am queer and I'm black and queer, so.
Yeah, I can see myself doing both this well for sure. Except I've not done both, but.
I have.
Yeah.
I when living in so back home, there's a part of Fort Lauderdale called Wilton Manors, and
Baby, you from Florida?
I am from
Don't do her.
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
So for anyone, if this is your first time tuning in and you learn something about me, I guess it's also my first time tuning in because I just learned something about Yaya.
What?
Good. Well, maybe I did. And so you also learned that I have a poor memory and I don't remember much that's going on in my life or the life of Yaya and Noon, okay?
Right, we were doing outreach, and I asked the guy, "Hey man, you coming to our pool party?" He said, "Man, I just told that girl from Fort Lauderdale I wasn't gonna be there." I was like, "Oh yeah." He just told
Oh,
her
so
that.
because you knew. Oh, okay. Because I would have been like,
He knew that
he lied. Ain't nobody from Fort Lauderdale. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Yaya. Tell us.
So Wilton Manors that's the strip. I think it's like Cedar Springs here.
Okay.
But it's a whole vibe. And so, you know, when there would be like different festivities, Halloween is huge on Wilton Drive, but it's mostly the non-melanated folks.
Okay.
And so I spent a lot of time at those, especially at Halloween. And then coming here is when I was introduced to, I guess, through Dallas Southern Pride.
Yes.
Because I honestly had no idea that there was a Black Pride in Miami. There was a Black Pride in Atlanta and DC and New York. I had no idea. And let me just say this, because you asked, what does pride mean to me? So in full transparency, when I was growing up, I was not exposed to a lot of what we call today MSMs, right? In my family. And so
it's men who sleep with men.
Yeah, men who sleep with men.
Same gender loving.
And back then, growing up
Gay.
in the 70s and the 80s, it was probably
Bisexual.
It was closeted, right?
DL.
And because they weren't as out as everyone is now. It was just like a different atmosphere. And I say that because I didn't really truly understand the similarities until after my diagnosis and having a son. And so I want to say that, my oldest son is my rainbow and my youngest son is my sunshine. And it wasn't until my rainbow came out that the impact of what it really means, what pride really means. Like, he said he felt that he didn't give a damn what the world thought about him, because as long as his mother loved him. But he was afraid to have that conversation with me prior to me finding out. And I can understand why there was it's some levels to that. But at the end of the day, I carried that child for 9 months. He is a part of me. He's still my child, even though he'll be, he's an adult now. I'm not going to divulge his age, but
oh well, we can't have it all.
No, we can't have it all. But I am a very proud mom.
A deeper love.
That's my son, and I will go to hell with gasoline draws on for him, and I'm going to support him. I told him then, and I have stood by that. I don't care who you decide to love, how you decide to show up. Whatever you do, just be your best. And I'm going to always have your back.
Yeah.
And so I've tried to, from that day to this one, I've tried to show him that, not just in word, but in action too.
Yeah.
So to see this love of self from a community that has been ostracized, talked about, demonized for so long.
They chunked the bottle at me.
Baby.
Was alcohol in it?
Did you catch it?
Okay, so many questions here. I feel like yes and yes.
Right? That thing from Straw.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, did you have more?
I'm glad to celebrate pride.
To celebrate
That's what's
pride.
up.
Yes.
I love that, and we love having our pride allies as well, because when I think about pride, I think about all of the things that we could be proud of. Like, we had an episode, you all should tune into our Why Me episode, and
Yes.
we talked, and
was a
I was
deep episode.
absolutely, and I was talking about, like, it's when we said that Why Me, it was like, at least for me and all of us agreed that we weren't just thinking about like our diagnosis when we
Right.
answered that question. And so, and I feel the same way about Pride Month or pride in general, and I always have, even like for coming out. On National Coming Out Day, I used to have all of my colleagues, when I think I was working at the a utility company when I first started to acknowledge National Coming Out Month. And I know I've kind of pivoted here, but it's all the same. Pride coming out, you know.
Yeah, it is.
It's a closet thing, you know. But that's when I started to acknowledge and celebrate National Coming Out Day. I think that's what it's titled, because I got all of my colleagues to participate. And the first mention of it, they were like, "What are you talking about, JR? Like, we're not gay." And I was like, "But we all come out of something."
Right. Oh, my God.
Like, we all come out of there's something that you come out of, and you can let people, I know it's supposed to be a gay thing, but like, we can all celebrate this together by making it not be a gay thing, you know, and stand beside me in this. And for me, it can be a gay thing. And then to stand beside you all, I will also name some things that are not specifically gay that I've come out of, but it was the most beautiful experience. And every year for National Coming Out Day, for the 3 or 4 years that I was there, they would be like, "Next week is National Coming Out Day, JR. What you got planned?" Because I done came up with, oh my God, we got so many people want to participate. So I share that to say that I have that same feeling and expression about Pride Month. I'm like, there are so many things for people to be proud of. For so many people to be proud of, that they can share. And of course, we know that the inception and initiation of Pride Month was for individuals who have been ostracized and demeaned by community and heteronormative values and views, to be able to just express, you know, self-love, and then emit that outward, so others can see that, you know, not only do I have love for you, but I have love for me, and I would love for you to love me like I love you, because we intersect in more places than we probably would ever know. And so, you know, if you identify me as like human and as basically a human being, then we can sit down and we can have these conversations and we can learn and love each other. It's a beautiful thing, right? I definitely don't feel like Pride looks that way now. I mean, elements of it are still there. That's the, you know, how it also, the foundational pieces of it. But a lot happens during Pride, child. A lot.
My favorite thing back in the day used to be, of course.
Okay.
Whoa.
Well, the first thing, you know, I just because like I said, I used to go to Atlanta Gay Pride, and
so we can all guess what happens there.
Yes, so that was one thing that I was proud of. I mean, I had fun.
Okay.
So it was like I'm participating in all the festivities. I do all the festivities. If they had a cake baking sale at the, I would do it, because I really love Pride. And here I go to the parades. I go to the state fair for the big Pride celebration and the parades there. I'm in all the Pride parties, you know, just everything. Pride is so festive. It's just, that's one of the things that, you know, because gay people can party. First of all, that's like, why is it so in the parties? Why is everybody just having sex and having fun?
Because
you know, it's like,
we're happy.
Right, they're happy, right.
It's what you do.
It is. It's really what you do. And I've been having a great, every Pride, I'm down at the parade. I got tons of pictures and memories just from the last parade. Cedar Springs, I remember when they took it from Cedar Springs and sent it somewhere else. They put it back on Cedar Springs. And it's just so festive. So festive.
He's making me excited about this Pride, y'all.
It's going to be a lot of fun here.
I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Well, you know what? Not just so, okay, this is Pride Month, right? But, and so I think about what we do for our Juneteenth festivities.
Yeah.
And we partner with Dallas Southern Pride. And it's just, oh my God. I totally understand what you're saying, Noon.
Yes.
Because it's just a week of partying.
It's like
and
Mardi
celebrating.
Gras.
Yeah. Happy people.
In the air, people everywhere. I don't know what he said. I think he said touching people, catching fever, like who,
Touching
you
people
know.
sounds good.
Okay, touching people. That causes a hey, hello. Thanks, Frankie. We miss you.
Yes.
Very much, Frankie.
God, wow. Okay.
Right. So that's what pride means to me, just to put it in a nutshell. Fun, festivities, being proud of who I am, being proud, like I said, the people before me instill pride in me to be constantly proud. And it's just fun to me. I've always participated in it. I do everything that pride tells me.
Okay, because they tell you to do it.
Because, I mean, if it's pride doing it, I'm going to be proud. You know, if it's pride is a party somewhere or...
You know what? I bet you when those police in New York attacked those folks at the Stonewall Inn and caused that uprising,
Yeah.
I bet you they did not picture
that it would turn out
Right.
So, like, this is the exact opposite of what we wanted to happen. But it's the resistance. Okay, that says no, ma'am. We got something to show.
Hello.
We got something to prove.
I'm glad you experienced that with our city here. You know,
So am I. It gave me a level of comfort because a lot of people were saying like, "JR, you moving? So because you're moving to Texas, so Texas is a red state." I said Alabama is a red state. They said, "Yeah, but Texas is maroon." I said, "Oh, okay, I guess." And so to see that and the flag raising, I was like, it maybe Texas is maroon.
well, Dallas,
But I
right.
can down. Okay.
Dallas is a little...
Okay. So
It's a big city,
yeah. So I was, and that's how Birmingham is as well. So like people do feel like Alabama is a very red state, in which it is, but Birmingham is not. It's not red.
That's what's up.
So yeah, I was just so glad to see that. So excited about the Pride festivities. So many things are going to have happened. Okay. Darn it, because this is going to post well after Pride, likely.
Really, it is.
Yeah, so we'll be.
But for next
We had
Pride,
so
we gonna
much
be on
fun,
there.
y'all.
Y'all missed a good time.
We had so much fun. I mean, all I've been hearing about is Pride, Dallas Pride, and Juneteenth, and how they like bump against each other, and it's just crazy, wild, fun, pool parties, receptions, symposiums,
Yes.
parades, nightlife.
All the gatherings.
Oh, they gonna have me tired, y'all. I was so tired. Look, this after the fact. I was so tired.
Did you see how Houston tried to come up and show out? Child?
I'm still recovering. Did you see those hecklers, those Bible thumpers? I saw some of them.
Oh, they're going to be out there every year.
I saw them last. I said, why they out here on this strip like this?
They do it every
and then
year.
People were like, they out here because they like, they spreading the word, the gospel.
They're spreading the gospel.
I said, they pick
That's
right
not how you
now.
spread the gospel.
I'm like, the kids bopping through with Daisy Dukes on half dress.
Okay.
Well, they can spread with it, but I think they spread something else.
Yeah, those doesn't sound like any love was in that.
Oh
Right.
my goodness. Well, Lord, they got a lot to come up against, I tell you, because the kids are ready to be proud, honey.
I'm ready to be proud.
Okay, and I don't think anything is going to come up against it,
I'm going to
nor
the
shall
fair.
it.
I'm even going to Teen Pride.
Mm.
I'm going to Teen Pride. I'm going to the parade. I'm going to the pool party. I'm going to the symposium.
Are you gonna wear your little?
I may wear some dukes.
Look at that girl with the Daisy
I'm
Dukes
not
on.
wearing
Won't you do? Look at that girl with the Daisy. Y'all know what? Let me tell y'all. Yeah, so
You have dukes.
yeah. But y'all know I didn't go to church this Sunday.
What? Your new church?
And you had told me about the what's the church? Cathedral
Cathedral of Hope.
Cathedral of Hope. And so I thought about just going by there because I didn't go to the church that I had been frequenting with my partner. And we've been going since I've been here. But last Sunday was revival.
Ooh.
And we had they had a guest speaker. I can't even say we anymore. They had a guest speaker, and the guest speaker was reading scripture or something, and then she said something in the effect of just like they didn't took God put the rainbow in the sky and this and like they didn't took what you got to be careful of people taking what God made, or they didn't took the symbol that God gave us and turned it into something else, something to the effect of that. And me and
what
Corey,
church? At your church that you liked?
Yeah, at that church.
Oh
and
gosh.
Corey and I immediately turned the television to another station, and we contemplated if we were going to attend any of the revival stuff or even go back to church. But he brought himself to go back to go to church Sunday. But I think I've decided that I just cannot go there at least until after I receive a written response from the pastor, because I will be sending him a letter. I started on it, but I haven't finished. Mm-hmm. But I got to send it because I'm like, girl, we done built this church. Okay, now I ain't been there from the beginning. Okay, but I know what gays have the audacity with the homosexual audacity, ain't nothing we can't do.
Right.
So I can use my imagination to say that we done built this church.
We are a part of
We
this
done
church.
decorated this church. We sang in this church. We probably built the instruments used to sing in the church. Okay. Right. We are the church. And it's just so much. And I'm like, goodness gracious, why be so blatant about stealing somebody's joy? And it felt so intentional because it's Pride Month. And it was just like a visitor coming to the church, and stealing that moment to yuck somebody's yum, and to just to accuse and accost people for just being who they are was just so damning.
You know what, JR?
She like it was her rainbow.
I don't have a heaven or a hell to put anybody in.
Or
and
a rainbow
the God
to
that
keep
I
from somebody.
serve is a God of love.
Right.
And if we want to talk, if she wanted to go there, then why not cover those people who are living, who are shacking up? Why not? Because from my understanding,
we don't even. That's them and
wrong
their
is
God.
wrong in his eyes. No matter no matter what it is. So who the child, what's her name?
You
was
got
really
riled
talking
up.
about-
I'll give it to you offline.
Okay.
She was just really that was just that was out of order. Because we done took the rainbow God gave us to do something else with. Girl, it's not your rainbow.
Girl, so.
Right. God didn't say nothing about it. It's ours. He gave it to us, period.
It's so unfortunate. And we were really upset about it and still are actually. But what made me bring that up is that I was thinking about how many people, there are so many people that come to Pride events. It's thousands of people that come. And you can imagine that there are thousands of people that don't, because you're always going to have stigma. Okay.
Right. Most
Stop the
definitely.
stigma. Okay.
Stop the stigma.
That is going to have people stay in their spaces, in their closets,
Right.
and not feel safe or feel that spaces are safe enough or brave enough for us to just experience joy. That's it. That's all we want to do. We're just trying to experience joy.
That is so it.
Yeah, absolutely. Or have the people that we love help them to experience joy. Like in your case, y'all. And so for those of you who have been brave or had the courage enough to just say, bump what your friends say, honey. Right. This is me. I'm going to live my best life. I'm going to be proud of who I am. I'm going to show my pride in every way that I can. Yes. We thank you. You cannot do too much. Flame on, okay?
Yes.
Okay, flame on, knowing that all the kids aren't flaming.
Right.
Flaming
Flame
queens.
for those wish they could.
Yeah, but okay.
Thank you for being
yes,
proud.
Absolutely.
Yes. Be as proud as you want to be.
Yeah, be as proud as you can be, as you want to be, for sure. And thanks for having this conversation with us. We are hoping that you all have a fantastic and a safe Pride season. Okay, not a Pride month, but a Pride season, because that's what it is for real. Okay.
Can I give a shout out to Tyler?
Give it.
I love you, Tyler.
We love you, Tyler.
Love you, Tyler.
We
Happy
hear about
Pride.
you every day. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
All right, y'all. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. What she got going? Was that Tyler? He watching live. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We are so grateful to have this conversation with you, as we are with all the conversations we have. We hope that you were able to learn something from us, and you can take it into yourself and offer it to others, because that what helps make the world go round.
Yes.
Just learning and giving to others.
And I have one thing to say. Pride.
Sashay on Deeper Love. Baby, I went straight on Deeper Love.
Ooh, woo, woo, woo.
I love your woo woo woos. She had the cutest woo woo woo.
Baby, that woman said, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh.
Well, she's new. She's fine. She's fine.
Girl, what version was she? Okay. So again, thank y'all so much for tuning in to A. Until next time.
And don't forget to like,
share,
subscribe.
We gotta say it, y'all.
Yes.
Oh, God.
What?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.